Okay, I think we're online. I'll wait for. So there's a few of you watching, which is really cool. Thank you for joining me. At the moment, Dwight is on his way to join us. He will be a minute or two late. He is in another interview with with local media and will join us as soon as he can. So please do pop your comments in the stream, in the chat. I will be monitoring that and answering any questions as and when. As and when I see them come in. Hi Tyler, thanks for jumping in, and hello Spinors. Good to see you. I am live indeed. Yes. So I will fill madly while we wait for Dwight to join us. Like I said, he is just finishing up one interview and is going to come and join us straight for another. Is my sound okay? Can you hear me okay? I have upgraded my setup from the weekend. I've got a standalone microphone now and better headphones. Hopefully I sound less like a nasal donkey and more like a human being, or as near to one as I can be. I'll introduce what the live stream is about. High Noon is currently on Kickstarter. It is a Western board game. It is designed to be very easy to play, very easy to pick up, and it is designed as a gateway game for people who don't normally play board games or any kind of war games or anything like that to get stuck in and learn what games can be, and then maybe introduce them to other more complex games. So it's quite a simple game to play. At least I hope it is, because I've never played it before. So you're going to watch me playing this for the first time ever tonight. So that's going to be a laugh. Hi there, Justin. I'm glad that you're on your bike and not in your shower as you normally are when you watch my videos. that would be a bit bad. Though if we go on long enough and you finish riding, you might actually jump over to your bike, mightn't you? So so let me just see where if Dwight's around. There we are. Send him a quick message. There we are. So yeah, if any of you have looked at High Noon, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. Full disclosure: I am a backer, so I do have some money in the game. I've put my money where my mouth is, and it's the second time that High Noon has been on Discord on Kickstarter. It was on once. It funded, and then Dwight realised that it wasn't doing what he wanted it to. So he went away, reimagined it, brought it back, and this is that. And you've got to respect someone who's able to walk away from a successful Kickstarter. I'm going to play the Lawmen, I believe, and Dwight is going to play the Outlaws. Apparently because the Lawmen are easy and the Outlaws are hard. So what that says, well, I'll probably lose. But I always play for the joy of it. So let's just see if see what happens. Sorry for the pause. He's a busy man. Last week of a Kickstarter is always a very busy time, so hopefully it won't be very long. Who is your favourite posse from the Kickstarter? I don't know. You see, because there's a lot of posses that are on the Kickstarter which are not yet unlocked and will be coming after the Kickstarter finishes. Probably my favourite is actually the next one, which is the priest with the machine gun. I can't remember his name. Father is gone for me. Aha. Hi there, Imagination Hobbies. Good to see you. Yeah, so probably my favourite one is far. I'm going to Kickstarter now to remind myself what it's called. I'm terribly organised, aren't I? Father Franklin, thank you very much. This is my first game, Ben. Yes, it is. So I'm going to be learning live on stream, and you can all laugh at me at how bad I am. But I always play for the fun. Every game I play is just for fun. So Hopefully it'll be a lot of laughs. If you're English, you'll probably know where that comes from. If you're not, you'll just think I'm drunk or something. So yeah, Father Franklin's probably my favourite of them all. I just like the concept. I like the idea that he's a solo guy that's got this different way of playing. I can see he looks like he's going to completely boss the battlefield, but I also think that he's probably quite hard to do right, and that does appeal to me. Hi there, Hate. Quinn is mad at you. Yes, he is. I can't deny that. He is mad at you, mate. Yes. Yes. So apologies for the delay. This previous Grizzly Greenwood. How can you say no to an elephant gun? Well, of course. I mean, the Bandero blondes also are quite cool. How can you say no to badass blondes? That's always going to be awesome, isn't it? Has anyone else looked at the Kickstarter? I presume Spinels and Ben that you are well versed in High Noon. What I think's happening is I think Dwight is actually still in his interview. So apologies for the slightly slow start. What's everyone done today? Tell me about your days. I did some lawn mowing today, as well as working all day. It's just past 8 p.m. here in southern Bulgaria, so the day is over. The day is over. Yes, Ben, I was a backer on the first campaign as well, but I lost my job, so I actually dropped out. So I didn't get into the awesome posse of the people that were still there at the end when it cancelled, because I'd actually dropped it completely independently prior to the campaign being cancelled, which was a shame. But I've been looking forward to this for a long time, so it's very cool to see it back. Spinners, yes, I'm going to be learning the rules live on stream, so yes, it could be quite funny. Yeah, so as Quinn says, if you want to go to the Kickstarter, I did actually remember to put it in the description, so you can click below this live stream and you'll be able to go straight to the Kickstarter and see it. The current total, let's see if we can't up this during this stream. Come on, guys. Is $115,414 with 737 backers. That is very close to double the goal that Dwight had set. So that's done very, very well. I mean, anytime that you fund on Kickstarter is good. So many people don't, and anytime that you exceed your target is good. One of the big differences is in this over other Kickstarters that I can tell is that a lot of Kickstarters come in needing to exceed their target. They put a low target and then they want to exceed their target, and then when they don't exceed it by enough, they cancel. What I can tell from this, and having talked to Quinn at PatMacon over the weekend, not Quinn, to Dwight at PatMacon over the weekend, is he had an amount which was what he needed to actually ship the games, and that was the amount of the funding. And so with that reached, everyone's getting their games. And what's happening then is every single stretch goal is the amount that is actually needed to produce that stretch goal, get it for the printers and get it done. So you're not kind of paying some moving target or anything like that. You're actually paying for the production, which is what Kickstarter can be. Some Kickstarters, and I really like this as well, it's a development of someone's dream. And I've backed a few like that and they've been brilliant. But this one is, you're actually helping Dwight to get this to you quicker than he would have done without you. His plans are very much retail. Quinn says higher tier expansion available aftermarket. Yes. So the idea for this campaign is very much retail. The prices, or the absolute all-in pledge, is a really good deal, which we'll go over in a bit when we are joined by Dwight. But every single thing you see on that Kickstarter will be available at retail, I'm not sure whether direct or not. We'll have to ask. I'll have to ask Dwight that. But certainly they will be available retail. I'm not sure about the price, but I do know that he's very passionate about keeping the prices down because he wants this to be something that everyone can get stuck into and can play. So I don't think it's going to be a very expensive game. He seems to be quite keen on keeping the cost down and making it available as a gateway game. But I tried to hold out from playing until I got my physical copy, but gave it and played some tabletopia games. Didn't want to burn myself out on it, but it's so fun I can't imagine that's possible. Well, there we are. That's let's put that one on screen. That's a huge shout out there from Ben. I've had a 10-15 minutes earlier today just going through the controls and having a look at some of the things, but that's all I've seen of it. I did catch a bit of the live stream that Dwight did earlier today for me, or last night for him, which looked like a lot of fun, but I was busy at work, so I couldn't watch as much. It does look like the sort of game I'm going to enjoy quite a lot. So yes, I'm from the UK. Yeah, so I am from the UK, but I do not live in the UK. I live in south of Bulgaria. So yeah, let's talk about that. So what Dwight has done and the way he's decided to do this is because he's been honest. I think maybe too honest personally. He has said that the shipping and the VAT will be calculated. Well, he's guessed the shipping, but he said the VAT will be calculated at the checkout. What that means is actually it will probably end up being cheaper. So what a lot of companies do, a lot of Discords, Kickstarters do, is they lump the VAT and the shipping together. Now, certainly, I mean, even in general terms, but even more so now in the world we're in, shipping is so uncertain that how can you budget or give a quote for something which isn't going to happen maybe for a year, maybe for 6 months. Now, this is obviously different. This is going to be shipping pretty much directly after the campaign. So he is closer in and he is able to give a better guesstimate. But you look at the other Kickstarters and they're like, yeah, this is UK friendly, this is EU friendly. What they've done is they've chucked in a margin on top to cover, because they have to cover their costs. They can't afford to underquote. And so if they've added the VAT and said the shipping is definitely this much, then they probably have padded that slightly to cover themselves, which is absolutely fair enough. We can't argue with that. You can't expect them to make a loss. But by saying, honestly, we're going to find our shipping cost, you will pay your VAT only on what you actually are paying for, he's actually going to make it slightly cheaper at checkout than if he tried to include it and say, yeah, don't worry about the VAT, it doesn't matter. Now, personally, I think that he should probably have said, don't worry about the VAT, it doesn't matter, because the appearance of it then is that it costs less. But the fact of it is that it actually costs more, I think, just because of having to hedge your bets and manage the potential increased costs and not have that bite you in the arse as a producer, a year, 18 months down the line. So VAT is something which impacts absolutely everything you buy in the UK and in Europe. It's different rates. So to answer your question shortly, Spinners, it doesn't bother me. And I will not try to reduce my shipping by delaying the starter set. No, I will be getting that as soon as I can. It won't make much odds, I don't think. I don't think it'll increase the price all that much. And it certainly won't make any difference to the VAT. So there we are. Long answer, short answer. Right, so I've had a message from Dwight. He is on his way. His previous interview, he is a busy man. His previous interview was run over, going way over. We are wrapping up, I swear. So there we are. We could all rib him. He was late for my meeting, my interview with him on the weekend as well. But he had a far worse excuse. Actually, that gives me an idea for a posse to suggest during the interview. But yeah, the clocks changed in Europe, as most Europeans know, but no Americans knew. And I'd said, yeah, we'll have a chat at a certain time, and he didn't realise the clocks changed, and so was a little bit late for our chat, which was a shame. Oh, Quinn, you big man, you beauty. We have a backer. We have a backer. Wonderful. He'll be very pleased to hear that when he turns up. Ah, dear. I'm not very good at filling. Normally, when I do live streams, I always have a guest because I get bored of myself, frankly. I hope you're not getting bored of me. Oh, I've got something else exciting to say about Kickstarter. Today I became a super backer and it really gutted me because it shows I spent too much money on Kickstarters. How many of you super backers, have you got that kind of questionable accolade? It's kind of like pinning a badge on yourself for being addicted to plastic crack. Yes, I live in Transylvania. He's a vampire. Yes, I am a vampire. I hate. Yes. By the way, if anyone wants to join me in any other Discords other than the one for High Noon, jump onto any of my videos on my channel, and there's invites to the Discords. And one of them is Hate's Discord. Well, it's not his, but he kind of acts like it is. We love him anyway. Called the Tabletop Dungeoneers. It's a wonderful place, and I'm sure that all of you would feel welcome. So yeah, come and join us there. I am quite active on Discord. Right, let's see whether how much longer can I talk. Kickstarter is a good platform. It is. It's changed a bit with the success of they want to be called Come On, but they can piss off. It's called Simon. It's changed because of the success of Simon. They are huge and have changed what people expect. Massively mini heavy games with very minimal gameplay is as I see it. I'm a big fan of Mythic Games. I'm actually one of their ambassadors and have been a supporter of theirs since Joan of Arc, which was what got me into Kickstarter, like $1,000 game for my first ever Kickstarter. But there are some really cool tiny games. One of the best games I've ever backed was called Brutality. I don't know if any of you have come across that, Brutality, but that was a fun game, and that was just some dude in America who had an idea and developed it and went to China and got it. One of the few games that's ever delivered on time. So big companies are normally letting you down, and there's this tiny little dude, and he smashed it out of the park. That guy. He comes back. He did say he was going to do a second version. He's got a professional writer in apparently, but still waiting for that. Yes, Rainbow Six. Yes, that's coming. Well, yeah, Rainbow Six Siege. The one that's currently closing out is Hell. I think the pledge manager for that completes in May, and I must admit I'm ambassador, but I'm sat on $1 on that just because of cash flow. But I really hope I can pull the trigger on that as well because that looks amazing. I've got Solomon Kane currently on its way to me on a truck from Germany. So there'll be a lot of Solomon Kane content coming to my channel when that arrives, and I'm currently doing some painting videos for Super Fantasy Brawl. So I do have a few of their games. They're a really nice company. They've got a good feel to them. Right, so I've been filling for 18 minutes, and there's 9 of you watching me drink a cup of tea. Do you like my cup? Anyone know who the Sale Sharks are? Have we got any English rugby fans in? I'm just giving it away. Tell us something about your painting. Okay, so I'm not a very good painter. I'm just a normal painter. I am in awe of good painters. And so when I'm painting, it's very much like Dwight said in that update he did a couple of days back where he showed his painting. My sharing of my painting is rather than showing off, because there's frankly nothing to show off. It's good enough. I'm very happy with it. I'm not putting myself down, but it certainly isn't something that you would like be winning a Slayer or a Slayer sword or a Golden Demon. But it's more just to say, look, if I can do this and you can see me do it because I film in real time, then so can you. So it's more about inspiring and encouraging people who maybe aren't so confident or think, oh no, I can't, it'll take too long. I try to show that in 30 minutes of elapsed time, you can get and these are Super Fantasy Brawler big miniatures, you can get a big miniature up to quite a good tabletop standard. I will be painting High Noon. It will be part on the channel as well. I'm a bit of a fan of playing with painted miniatures. I come from a wargaming background, and I played Middle Earth SPG, which is Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and I also come from a model making background. You can't quite see, but maybe you can on the top shelf. Lots of model airplanes, and I do that. So painting things is something I love to do. So I will definitely, at the same level as those painted miniatures of High Noon we've seen. Yeah, I would say that myself and Dwight are probably about the same, if not he's slightly better. But we shall see. It's not a competition, is it? All right, so my computer just decided to freeze on me. Oh, I think Dwight's just on his way. Looks like it. 20 minutes. I'm also going to be looking at making some 3D terrain for High Noon. So I'll be making, because that's what I love. I love making terrain. I like building things. So I'll be doing some tutorials and some show and tells of how I'm going about actually taking those tiles and filling them with 3D terrain and making it a little bit fancier. So yeah, sorry, Spinners. I know I'm boring myself. I'm trying. Let's hope. I have seen some pictures, but not very much. I mean, I'm just a backer. I'm not involved. I'm not in the team or anything. I'm just it's just like you. And I just said, "Do you want to join me on a live stream at PatmaCon?" And he said yes. And then because that was a shortened stream, we decided to do another one and not have it behind a paywall because, frankly, who likes paywalls? It was a brilliant weekend though, and if you can, then join next year because you get. I mean, you get far more if you're going to buy some games or take advantage of some of the discounts that you get. You're going to get your money back with one buy. There was discounts on Sarissa this time round and what have you. It was well worth it. So yeah, do come and join us. Right, let me see if my here he is. My Tabletopia has, however, we're going to let him in. We're going to let him in. Should we let him in? Should we let him in? Should we let him in? We're going to let him in. Are we going to let him in? Come on.
Yay!
Oh my goodness me! You know what? You thought I'd made him up, didn't you? You thought that Dwight was actually an imagination, a figment of my imagination. But here he is.
You guys are so merciful. Thank you so much. Oh.
The really cool thing, Dwight, is that my Tabletopia has just crashed. Not even joking. So I have to.
Did it crash because I restarted it?
Yeah, possibly. So
I see your mouse. I see your mouse moving around.
It says not responding.
Oh, lame.
Right, so we're going to have to fill a little bit more while I restart Tabletopia and get ourselves set in. But anyway, we were going to talk for a little bit earlier. I have just filled for 22 minutes.
Impressive.
And I tell you what, I hate filling. But thank you so much for joining me. Everyone,
thank you for your patience.
This is everyone.
Hey, everybody. Hi, everybody.
We have one backer from the stream already, by the way.
Oh, right on! Wow, right on.
Yeah, cool.
I noticed. I did see the number went up a bit. I was like, while I was doing this other and guys, here's what it's all my fault. I did not realize how close there's a local radio show wanted to do, a local story about the Kickstarter. And I did not realize how close it was to ours that we had here. And so this is the second time. I have royally screwed the beard.
That could be taken the wrong way, but I'll forgive you.
That's why I said it. That's why I put it that
way. Beautiful. Well, I'm still
We're all guys here, right? We're all guys. There's no girls watching this stream, right?
Unfortunately not. This is actually something which distresses me sometimes. Obviously, I have my YouTube channel, and I do try to I don't want to exclude anyone, but the fact that it's when I got up to 5% female watchers, I was like, get in, and it's sad. I don't know how you go about changing that. I really don't know. I would love to know. Right, so.
I don't attend tea parties. I don't know. I mean, boys and girls are different. What are you going to do?
Well,
you got 5%. You got 5%. That's pretty impressive. That's
I know. I was really pleased.
High
because
five.
Some. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. It's done. It's done. It's over.
It's done. Right, yeah. So, Chad, you're here. I'm a backer. Very excited to get my hands on this game. Well, brilliant. Thank you for backing
Thank you.
from
Yeah,
me
thank
and
you,
from
Chad.
Dwight, obviously.
Thank you.
I've had a brilliant idea for a posse, by the way. I'm going to start off with this while I'm waiting for my
Fire
table
away.
to
Yeah,
start.
yeah.
So
Sell me, baby.
it's kind of a little bit of a kind of joke on you being late for my first stream, and now this one. I mean, it's yeah. So it could be like a clock keeper or something like that. So and they play around with they delay people or they delay deployments or slow down. That's their kick. That's their kind of like thing.
Nice.
I don't know. It needs a lot of development. It's only just come to me now, so I'm not pretending.
Well,
it's any thoughts?
It's funny that you should. I'm bringing this up here. They're for the stretch goal. So for the Kickstarter campaign, I wanted to do something kind of fun with all of the different stretch goal posses. You know, you get these Kickstarter exclusive loot cards, and so one of them with Miroslav, the inventor. I have this. Let me see. Where are you at? Oh, here you are. I have this this card. Now the stats aren't there yet, but basically it's the I don't know if you can see it, but
I'm just going to put it on screen. Yeah.
It's the time stopwatch. It's so he gets to and that was kind of the idea is like he stops time and he can like do a couple things or whatever. But there you go. It's just a little dumb idea. But I love that idea of a timekeeper, a time lord. So
that's that kind of thing. Yeah. It's got to be called Dwight though. Yes, that's it.
Flip side of that posse, they deploy late but come in with a bang.
Like you just did. So let's kick this off properly. My tabletoper is still loading.
All right.
There's always going to be gremlins, isn't there? We got this all set up prior to the stream. Everything was right, and then it crashed while I was
for this purpose to avoid this exact thing.
It says not responding again. I don't know what's going on.
And you restarted Tabletopia?
Yep.
And you're on the Steam account.
Yep. And I'm clicked on to start the game. I don't know whether you need to do something to let me in. It's gone white screen.
It says you're there. I don't know, man.
Right, so I'm going to stop that.
It's on a throne of lies.
It sits on a throne of lies. It does. So I'm going to stop that, and I'm actually going to close out of Steam completely as well. Apologies for this.
I think this. There's Spinners. I think that's Sir Spinners from the Discord. He's
yes.
So. Man, Spinners, you've done such an amazing. You've been so supportive of this campaign. He put together all of the Board Game Geek updates for all the expansions, which was I just couldn't do it. So thank you for doing that.
It's a great community. That's one of the things about this. The community is brilliant. The Discord that I'm in, and I've left Facebook, so I'm not in there. But when I was on Facebook, I was an active lurker, as they say. I wasn't very active in talking, but I was an active lurker and enjoyed watching just how active the community is.
In the group.
Yeah, in the Facebook group.
Yeah. We got a good crowd. We got a good posse.
It's a good posse. Yeah.
It's always humbling to see these people.
We have the professor. Hey, good to see you, sir. The professor has been on a live stream with me, so he is a
okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the lobby this time rather than play and see if that helps.
Okay.
All right, continue. Come on, you can do it.
This is thrilling.
So let's go through some of the interview questions and then we'll get the game once this is going.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell people who may not know about the game what your concept is, what you're passionate about, why you've brought this to Kickstarter, and the kind of the thinking behind your vision for the game. Quite a wide question. Talk for a couple of minutes while my stupid Tabletopia loads.
Sure. So High Noon is it's been described as many things. It's been described as a non-cooperative dungeon crawler set in the Wild West. I love that description. It's been described as advanced chess with cowboys. I love that description. It's essentially a gateway game to other games. It's the game that gets people to be willing to sit down at a table and invest their time into a game, into a board game. I was just in this other interview that I was just having, the guy was lamenting about how 2 years ago he was visiting his family and they didn't, for Christmas, they didn't know what to do. Well, let's play a board game. So his brother whips out a board game. I don't know which game, but it took them like hours to set up. And just setting up, by the time they were setting up, he was like, man, he checked out. He had checked out emotionally, mentally. He was like, forget it. We haven't even started playing. Just bring Monopoly. And when you get to that point where you're like, give me Monopoly, that's
a sad story, that, isn't it?
Yeah, they're never coming back. They're never coming back. And a lot of that is because they don't. It's that journey where you don't realize the destination is going to be awesome. Like, there's a reason why these games that take hours to set up are successful, because they're actually fun. They're actually enjoyable when you get to that point in your life where you can invest in that. But if you're not there yet, good luck. And so High Noon is meant to be the kind of game that kind of tugs people over who are not really familiar with board games and the joy that board games can bring, and why they should invest in that, so that it brings them into something where they can sit down and go, oh wow, I just sat at a table and I moved little things around and that are inanimate objects, and I had an amazing time. What else you got? That's what High Noon is. That's the impetus for High Noon.
So we've got a question from Spinners. Why Wild West?
Hang on a second. I think I have I had a call in my last interview, and I'm so sorry, but okay, cool. I just want to my child's daycare called me. I just need to make sure it wasn't an emergency. We're good. We're good.
Family is far more important than anything. Absolutely. Yeah.
Now, but you know what? I'm not being hyperbolic. You guys, I really feel like you guys are my extended family. So it really, this community has been so amazing. So, and for you to give me a second shot at being your own. Thank you so much.
We're not behind a paywall. This is great. More people can watch it.
There we are. So why? I wish that there was a good answer for that. But at the end of the day, when I was thinking about a theme, I just thought, there's no cowboy games out there. At the time, there weren't any cowboy battle games, and I'm a lover of Western movies. I used to be in the film industry, and so I used to watch movies pretty religiously, and Westerns were like my thing. And I'm American, and so what are we if not cowboys? So I felt it was time. And then it turns out, I guess it was, because like now there are tons of cowboy and like Western games coming out. And Great Western Trail is out there. There are Western games out there, but now now we're really starting to get like mainstream. I think Western Exodus is there, with Gunslinger's Ball, but these weren't really mainstream. They look, Western Exodus looks amazing, but if you would have asked me about it, if you would have mentioned it 3 years ago, I would have been like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of that. So getting now I'm really happy that Westerns are becoming mainstream, but that was really, they weren't. And that was why I said, let's do it. Let's make them cowboys.
Cowboys in space, Firefly.
Yep.
Yeah, very true.
That's right. That's
very
right.
True. So I'm still fighting this Tabletopia. It's still not liking it at all.
Is it?
It's disappeared now. It's gone somewhere to a different screen that I don't own, and it won't. And I've tried to do the move thing, and it won't even move onto my screen. It's kind of like gone crazy. I don't know what's happened with it.
Well, I think it had been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty, and you kept.
We are definitely cursed, aren't we? Right now, this is ridiculous. Right, so I'm gonna keep trying. And we'll keep asking. So
did you quit? Did you quit Steam altogether and then restart Steam?
Yes, and I'm now going into the task manager to shut it down, to make sure it's shut down. Right, so go away.
Okay.
Right, I have nothing Steam. I have nothing Tabletopia. Yes, right, let's start again. Let's try again. Ask some more questions. If not, then I've got more questions to ask. No, it's not it's Tabletopia, not Tabletop Simulator, unfortunately. Or
Yeah.
actually, they're both dodgy as hell, aren't they? At times.
Are they?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about. I've been toying around with the idea of doing Tabletop Simulator. I just, talk about paywalls. I mean, Tabletop Simulator has a paywall, as I understand it, and that was something I wanted to avoid for the players.
It does. It's often on sale, so it's often very cheap. I got mine for $5.
No. Ben is suggesting you restart your computer.
Right. So I don't know if I leave, you'll still be able to present. So are you able to fill for me while I do that?
As long as it doesn't shut it all down. Let's now, have you used this before? Have you used this platform before?
Restream. Yes, I'm pretty sure that I can leave and you'll stay.
And it'll still be there.
I think so. Yeah.
I can talk. I can entertain. I can.
Right, Ben. I'm going to give a go. I'm going to restart. I will leave Dwight. Apologies for this. I will leave Dwight to fill. I will reboot my laptop and I will be back very shortly. And if it does die, it will be the same. If it does die, it will just go on like a holding screen. And as soon as I'm back, then we'll come back. So
don't leave. So even if this goes out,
it's the same link.
Take a potty break. Yeah,
it's the same link. So don't sweat it. I will reboot my computer now. Back shortly.
All right. Good luck. We're all counting on you.
Ciao, ciao.
All right, guys. He's gone. Okay. So, how do we take over this channel? Now, you were all in on it. Set you all up exactly where you are. You were all placed here for one purpose, and that was to take over the Beard Clippers channel. Yeah, he's still gone. Excellent. All right. Ben, you cut the feeds. Yes? Good. All right. Quinion, now it's time to activate Operation Pull the Cord. Remember what I told you to do. You're on, buddy. I'm going to watch you from our super secret app that you all downloaded before the stream for this exact purpose. Yes, Ryan, it is ours now. The time has come. I laugh. Ha ha. All right, Professor's in. Good. All right, Professor. Remember what we discussed. Release the hamsters in checking my skin watch. 3A25. Go. All right. Ryan says you need to grow a bigger beard and no one will be able to tell. Ryan, this is why I was emailing you through our super secret Tinder accounts so that you could get on our planning phase. So you could tell me this. Why didn't you tell me this? I was preparing everything. I cannot be expected to think of all of the nefarious schemes for this diabolical organization. What do I pay you for, Ryan? I say. All right. Campaign terrain. Sure. Why not? I don't know what that's in reference to. I don't even know who invited you here. Is this an insider? Does he work for the Beard Clipper? Somebody find out. As a matter of fact, facility, I need you to go back into the database and look up campaign terrain. We need to make sure he's not a spy, a plant, to foil our nefarious scheme. Chad, where are we at with the servers? I'm going to wait for Chad. All right. Hi, I'm new here. Did you clip? Yes, of course I did. I did clip my beard. I'm definitely the beard clipper. That's right. And this is what happens when you clip the beard. There's nothing to see here, folks. I am the host. Nobody else was on this stream ever. It was always me and always will be me from here on out. Release the hamsters, then buy a bus ticket to the coast. Take the boat at the pier, and I'll meet you in this. I can't read this out loud. We're broadcasting. The super secret plan cannot be revealed to everyone all at once. I can only speak in code. So let me read this backwards so nobody else can tell what it is that we're saying. Exclamation point. Catch noon taz sri gla ini riddlesger. Het at tixen kus het ni team. I'm going to stop there. I think everybody gets it. I think the people who needed to hear that message, Professor, they heard it and they're on their way. Oh, yes. Oh, Ken. Oh, yes, sure. Why not? What could possibly go wrong? Of course. Of course. Yes, you're not a plant. I sent you the invite Thursday. Of course. I'm sorry. This Kickstarter thing is totally blowing my mind. I can't be expected to remember everybody, but surely you forgive me now. Oh, the mouse is moving in the Tabletopia. He may possibly be on his way here. So when he gets back, remember, nothing happened. We're all just waiting for him, and he suspects nothing, and he shall forevermore suspect nothing. All right. Yes. Random. Make sure the plugs are randomly pooled. We can't be traced. They can't know that there's truly a method to this madness. It has to be completely random. That's the only way to be sure that they can't track us back. Oh, timber. Oh, yes, of course, timber. The problem with using timber, Ryan, is that timber actually deletes the messages. Like, it doesn't keep them. And I get that that's for security reasons, but again, I'm very busy. I am a very busy man. I can, again, of the many things that I cannot be expected to do, checking my messages in a timely manner is top of the